Hello friends, today we are doing something super duper duper fun. We've done this video one other time and I had, well, to be fair, I don't think I really liked most of the books that I read in it. It was kind of like a bad reading situation, but the concept was fun. So we're doing it again. Today we are going to be doing my tattoos. We've got lots of them. You know, Pick My TBR. I originally got this video idea from Ellen Catherine, and I am excited to give it a go. Basically, I have a lot of tattoos. I don't really know how many. I have a list. I have 32 tattoos currently, and I did remove the 3 tattoos that we did last time, which last time we did my Thestral right here. We did my... stand up, my Dementor right there, and we did my sad skeleton. Those were the tattoos we did last time, so those 3 are removed from the list, and I literally just have them numbered 1 through 29, and we're just going to use a random number generator. I'm just going to say pick a number between 1 and 29. Well, whatever number that is, we'll go with that tattoo, and basically I'll do my best. It's up for interpretation, okay? It's all up for interpretation because a lot of my tattoos are very specific. So, it's up for interpretation, okay? Okay, pick a number between 1 and, we have 29 on this list, not 2,910. Okay, so generate. Number 19. Oh, this one's so easy. That's so funny. So for number 19, we got this one here, which is my flowers. My sister picked a rose, my dad picked a lily, my mom picked a daisy, and I picked the hydrangeas. So it's like for my family, but it's literally just a book with flowers on the cover is really what I'm going to just send it with. That's what we're gonna go for in life, because duh, you know what I mean? So what do we have that has flowers on it? I would like to continuing my series. As you guys know, it's been like a really huge goal for me this year is to catch up on the series that I am reading. I don't like necessarily want to start a ton of new books, but if I can continue, oh, perfect. We'll go with this one. Go with Mixed Signals by BK Borison. This is book 3 in the Love Light Farm series. I so far think the series is just okay, but there's for sure flowers on it, so I think that that without a doubt counts. And we're gonna pick all 3 of these. Rate me out. So I'm gonna just take that one, the flowers, number 19, off the list, baby. Okay. Oops. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Number 5 is one of my favorite tattoos that I have. Also, we're just going to start this with fuck JK Rowling. I have a lot of Harry Potter tattoos. I hate her. She can fall off the face of the earth. But it's where we're at. But I do have this tattoo here, which is the Riddle family gravestone, like the Tom Riddle family gravestone. So for this, I'm thinking we're probably gonna want some sort of like thriller, something dark, something spooky. I don't think I have a book with like the Grim Reaper on it. Like I just don't think that's gonna read that for a different video, but think it might work out the best. Let me go grab it. I know this is not like the vibes of this, but I think this fits the vibes, right? Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Like they're both holding a scythe, they're both cloaked figures. This is the like collector's edition. My husband really likes this series, so I figured if I hate this, then he can just have this collector's edition. But this is like a YA dystopian book, I believe, and from, oh, I didn't even tell you what this is about. This is about Layla. She's given up on love. She waded through the fish in the sea, each one more disappointing than the last, apparently owning a bakery in Inglewild most romantic destination does not help one's love life. Despite Layla's best efforts, all she wants is a partner who gives her butterflies, not someone who ghosts her at dinner and leaves her with a check. I will admit, I also like am not invested enough in this series. I don't even know who Layla is in like the context of the world, or Caleb. Good thing Caleb Alvarez has the perfect solution. After saving Layla from another date gone bad, he has a simple proposition. 1 month of no strings dating. He'll do his best to renew her faith in men while she rates his romantic game. It's a win-win situation. All the benefits of dating without the added pressure of feelings and unmet expectations. But there's one ingredient they haven't considered. The chemistry between them is red hot. The urge to take things to the next level is more tempting than Layla's mocha fudge brownies. So there's that. So because this is a special edition, we don't really have the like description, so you're just gonna get like my best guess. I'm just double checking it's not like in the back. From what I know is that this is about this dystopian world where people don't die, and there's these people that are the Scythes, and they do what's called a gleaning, and that's where they are instructed to people. So I think that kind of like works for that tattoo. So I do in fact need to switch it to now having 26. Generate number 12. Oh, this one's impossible. Okay. Number 12 is going to be this. My mandala on my knee. So, I'm gonna go, I think, find a book with a pattern on the cover. I think that's, unfortunately, gonna be my best bet, is a book with, like, a pattern on it, because I don't, like, have books with mandalas on them, I don't believe. So, we're gonna find something with some sort of repeating pattern on it. I have an idea. I'm not, like, super jazzed about it, but, like, it's an idea. So let me go look. Actually, I have maybe a good idea. I'm literally picking this because it's like this is very, we're going loose vibes with this, but it has patterns on it, and it like 2% looks like a mandala, and it's gonna be Caraval by Stephanie Garber. You see the design, like it's a, you know, kind of like a circular, like got some pointy things, kind of like my mandala's got some pointy things. This is what we're going with because I've been waiting on the audiobook for this for a very long time, and I actually just got the audio for it. So this also does not have, oh, is it on here? Yeah. A legendary competition, a mesmerizing romance, an unbreakable bond between two sisters. Scarlet Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlet's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives with the help of a mysterious sailor. Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her is the winner. Scarlet has been told that everything that happened during Caraval is only an elaborate performance, but she nevertheless becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreaks, and magic. With other players in the game, and whether Caraval is real or not, she must find Tella before the 5 nights of the game are over. A dangerous domino effect of consequences is set off, and her sister disappears forever. Welcome, welcome to Caraval. Beware of getting swept too far away. So, this is a very interesting mix. I think this is also YA. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we've got YA dystopian, YA fantasy, and a contemporary romance. That's kind of fun. I like that. I like that selection of things. I don't know where we're going to start, but actually we'll probably be starting with Caraval because I do have the audio for this. And currently I'm working a lot because I'm getting ready to go on a trip, so I can listen to this. Probably based on what I have going on this weekend, maybe Sunday. So we'll see. Okay guys, we're starting strong today with my mandala tattoo. We're going with mandala first, and we're starting with Caraval for this video, mainly because the audiobook for this is due the soonest, and then we will definitely do mixed signals next. Scythe is an Audible exclusive audio. So either I'm gonna have to read that physically or buy it on Audible. We'll see how I'm feeling. I'm just in this place right now where I'm so busy with work that by the time I get to bed, like I've been working like, this is like, I'm not condoning this. Like I know that this is very toxic, but it's just with my like upcoming schedule, this is what I have to do. I've been working like 13-hour days, and so by the time I get to bed at 10 o'clock after having been working since like 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to read with my eyeballs. I just want to watch shitty TV. So, but I'm almost caught up on all of my shitty TV shows, so we'll see what happens with Scythe, whether I read it physically or cave and get the audio. But we are going to start with Caraval, and I will definitely update you guys when I have some thoughts, probably like halfway, because this book's definitely long enough that we could do like a midway update, because it's like a 400-page book, I believe. Yeah, 422. So let's get into Caraval. Okay guys, I'm about 40-ish% of the way into Caraval, and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts and feelings. I'm actually enjoying this, which I didn't think I would, if I'm being honest with you. This is not really my these types of books are very hit or miss for me, like fantasy, period, mostly miss. But I did feel like I would like YA better than like adult romantasy. But basically in this we have our two sisters. We have got Scarlett and Donatella, who goes by Tella. And their mom died when they were young. They live with their dad, and he's quite like abrasive towards them, like hits them, stuff like that. The older sister, Scarlett, is being married off, and she sees this as a good thing, even though she's never met this man, because it gets her away from her dad, and she's taking Tella with her. And so it's this whole thing. So she doesn't know when her wedding's gonna be, but this guy, basically, there's this backup. There is this thing called Caraval that happens, I think, like every year in a different location, and this guy named Legend kind of runs it, and you like get a prize of like a wish at the end. And so Scarlett has been like writing him every year for like her whole life, like begging him to come back to their town. He hasn't been there in like 50 years. And this year she finally got a letter back that was basically like, yeah, you can come. So this other dude, I don't remember his name, he takes Tella and Scarlett on this voyage, because it's not going to be in their town, but he sends them on this voyage to go to Caraval, and they, from what I'm gathering, choose to either be like a participant or to just watch, and they're both going to participate. And she somehow got, well, not somehow, I just don't want to say how, she got separated from her sister, and now she's like determined to find where her sister is. But she wanted to leave tomorrow to get home in time for her wedding, but she's gonna have to make it through all of Caraval, all of the games, to get back to her sister. So far I'm liking it. I think it's very interesting. I don't think it's gonna be a 5, but it does have the potential to be a 4, which is good. Whenever they get to their room, they get like their first clue as to what to do. And I don't want to like say too much, because like I went into this very blind, and I think that's probably for the best, because everything is shocking so far. Like everything that happens, I'm like, oh okay, oh okay, So I am quite enjoying it, and I'm excited to see where this takes us, where this journey goes. It is currently about 3 o'clock. What does the lovely audiobook have for us? What does it say? It says I have 6.5 hours left, which would be about 2 hours and 10 minutes. There's a world in which I finished this today. I'm gonna go do some work where I will listen, but I have some other things to do first. So we will see. We will see where the wind takes us. Okay, oh, I'm only like 17% into this, and you guys, this series is just so mid. It's like I already know it's only going to be a 3-star, and the audiobook narrator is like dreadful. Their voice is horrible. But in this, we've got our main gal. Do I know her name? Layla. And she runs the bakery at Lovelight Farms, and she and our boy Caleb basically decide they're gonna like fake date because they're both really bad at dating, to try to like figure out what they're doing wrong. And that's like the premise. The premise is like fine. I just like, I don't know what it is about this series. It just feels so mediocre to me. I gave book 1 3 stars, I gave book 2 4 stars, and this is already feeling like a 3-star. I'm gonna obviously finish it, but that's literally the premise, and we will continue on, baby. We will continue onward. Okay guys, I have not started this, but I just wanted to let you know we finally are. It's been quite some days since I did read the other parts to this video, but I finally finished the book I was reading on my Kindle, and I have this on my Kindle, so this is up next. Coming, but we have started Scythe. I'm only 11% in, but I did want to stop in and tell you guys my thoughts, feelings, the vibes so far, because I do feel like this is going to be like a lot of, I don't want to say too much type of a book, do you know what I mean? So that I don't spoil anything. But basically this book is separated into parts. Robe and Ring is the first part. And then at the ends or beginnings of chapters, there are these like blurbs from the journal of H.S. Curry, who we don't really know who that is currently. But basically, this is a dystopian world where people are no longer dying of natural cause. We're in the age, it's like past natural mortality. And you can basically like at any point reverse age yourself down to the age of 21. Science is working on being able to get you to go back down to your teens. So people are like living infinite amounts of times until the scythes come to them for their gleaning. Different factors determine when somebody is going to be gleaned at whatever age. For example, like back before when there was natural death, 0.303% of deaths were teenagers. So they randomly select that percentage of teenagers to be gleaned, so on and so forth. In the first 11%, we're following 2 different storylines of 2 different characters. We have Citra and Roman. Citra is a girl and she lives with her family, and one night they're having dinner when a scythe knocks on their door. They're all kind of panicked because this essentially means somebody is going to be dying. And he doesn't really say anything other than he's there for dinner. They feed him baked ziti and blah blah blah. And there's this thing where he presents his ring, his scythe ring, to Citra's mother and tells her to kiss it. And if you kiss a scythe's ring, that basically grants you immunity for the next year. And he's like, I am not here for any of you. I'm here for your neighbor. But she wasn't home and I was hungry, so I stopped by. And they're almost treated kind of like celebrities or royalty. Like, they don't have to pay when they go to restaurants. If they want to go somewhere and it's not open, it will open for them. They're like set at a really high regard because people think if they treat scythes a certain way, then it will grant them immortality, but that's not really the case. And then we have Roman, and he is also a teenager. This is a boy, and he is in school one day, and he's at the principal's. He is walking through school, and he sees a scythe. The scythe asks where the like main office is. He tells him he'll walk him there. He walks him there, and he hears the scythe ask for the like star of the football team, who then gets brought down to the office for his gleaning because he is one of the percentage of teenagers to die. And Roman doesn't want this student, I think his name was like Keith or Heath or something like that, something to that effect, doesn't want him to have to die alone, so he says that he will stay there with him even though they weren't friends. But now everybody at school thinks that Roman didn't try to save him, and he's like, or didn't do enough for him, didn't do anything for him, and he's like, I did do something for him, I held his hand. Well, nobody was there for him. And so it's this really weird predicament. Fast forward, both Citra and Roman get a letter in the mail, and again, this is all the first 11%, get a letter in the mail inviting them to the opera. It's a very strange letter, and letters are almost obsolete at this point. So they both go, and whenever they're in a box seat, which are highly like expensive, very exclusive, and when she walks in, she sees Roman, and he's like, why'd you send me this letter? She's like, why did you send me this letter? And then they realize they were sent the same letter, and in walks this Scythe, who is the same Scythe that went to Citra's house and the same Scythe that went to Roman's school. And basically, they're in need of recruiting more Scythes, and this guy wants to recruit either Citra or Roman for his apprenticeship, but he's basically having them compete for it. And they're kind of like, well, why would we do that? And he's like, you guys, I've observed you both, and you both are like top of the line, like, what's the word? More, like, they're very moral people. And the thing with being a Scythe is the people who want to be a Scythe would not make a good Scythe. The only people who would make a good Scythe are the people who do not want to do it, because then they're not going to be all willy-nilly about who they are killing. So they have time to decide whether they're going to accept, and Citra speaks with her family, and essentially her mom's like, well, why wouldn't you do it? She's like, I don't want to kill people. She's like, gleaning isn't killing, ... and you'll basically have to want for nothing. You'll have everything you want in the world, anybody will give you anything, and you will be granted, like, immunity. And on top of that, when somebody is a Scythe, their entire family is granted immunity so long as they are alive. So now Citra's in this position where she's like, well, if I do this, I'm protecting my whole family. And then on the other hand, we have Roman, where it's not even a hard decision for him. He knows immediately he's going to do it, because to him, he's like, well, if somebody has to do it, it should be me, because I will take it very seriously. He's like, not that I think I'm better than anybody else, but I know I've witnessed death, and I would not just be doing it for fun. Like, I would take it very serious. So that's kind of where we're at, and they're both gonna be, I'm gonna start chapter 5 here shortly. Right? Yeah, I think, or I'm starting chapter 4. Yeah, I'm about to start chapter 4. I'm 50 pages in this edition that I have. And from my, like, I'm almost to part 2. Part 2 begins on page 6, or chapter 6, and we have like the Scythe commandments. Thou shalt kill with no bias, bigotry, or malice aforethought. Thou shalt grant an annum of immunity to be loved of those who accept your coming. Oh my god, that's very tricky writing. But yeah, I'm interested to see who this H.S. Curry is. If it's, my guess is that it's the Scythe. The Scythe that's like selected them, he's like 180 years old. And when you're a Scythe, you get to pick your robe color, but black is not permitted. And you like take a new name, Scythe whatever, and he's like Scythe Farday or something to that effect. Scythe, something with an F, if I'm being honest with you. I'm just like, yeah, it's the main Scythe boy. I think it was before this that they mentioned it. Faraday, yeah, Scythe Faraday. So I'm guessing that whoever H.S. Curry is was Scythe Faraday before he became a Scythe. That's my current working theory. But so far, so good. We're going to continue on with this one for my, I think it's very fitting if you ask me. I think they go together quite well. So that's the setup. Let's get to it. Okay guys, I'm about 40% of the way through this book. I just got to part 3, the old guard and the new. The old guard and the new order. And there was a pretty shocking plot reveal at the end of the last chapter. And it's been quite a few days since I've read this, and I've just been itching to get back to it. I've just been busy working. The way my work structure is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are my busy work days. And so I don't have a ton of time to read physically, but I'm really desperately trying to finish all of my work today, which I think is very doable, so that I can just binge this rest of this book tomorrow. That just sounds incredible to me. But like, I'm stressed, I'm scared, I'm on like the edge of my seat, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Okay guys, we have finished Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and I ended up giving this 4 stars. So with this book, I thought that the first like 40% was really interesting, and then the last 20% was really interesting, but like 50 to 80%, like 50 or 41% until like 80% of the book felt very, very repetitive. So I don't want to say what happens because I do feel it's a very big spoiler, but we're following both Roman and, I keep forgetting, or Rowan. I keep wanting his name to be Roman, but it's Rowan and Citra. We follow them individually on their paths of their apprenticeships to becoming Scythes, and I just really did not give a shit about Rowan's storyline. I like was just waiting to get back to Citra's storyline. I don't know that I care enough to continue the story. Like, I don't know that I want to read more or continue on. There are, I think, 2 other books. I think there's The Thunderhead and The Toll, if I'm correct, are like the other books in this series. And I don't really think I'm going to continue them. Maybe if I find that, like, these special editions of them, that'll be fate telling me to continue. But as of right now, I'm not feeling the urge to continue on. But that is going to be it for this Tattoos Picks My TBR. We had 2 4 stars and a 3 star, so I think that's pretty good. I think that's better than our last Tattoos Pick our TBR, because last time I did this, I did have a DNF, which is like the worst of the worst, obviously. But we read in Mixed Signals. Yeah, the 3rd book in the Love Light Farms series. I gave it 3 stars. I think that's an overall a very 3-star series for me. It's just not the best. And then we just technically started. This was also a continuing series video, or starting series. We read Caraval. Mixed Signals was for my flower tattoo. Caraval was for my mandala tattoo, and I gave that 4 stars. And then Scythe was for my literal Grim Reaper tattoo, and I gave it 4 stars. So overall, I think it's pretty much a pretty positive experience. Let me know if you guys would like to see me do this again, because I still have plenty of tattoos we have not covered. And I will definitely be getting more in the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.